of this sinful kingdom called America, also known as Babylon in the scriptures. And first and foremost, before we get started, we want to give all praises to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son in their proper true names in the Hebrew tongue. Ka, Halayim, La, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah, Kodash, Ma'amah. Also want to give a double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, also to our elders as well down here in the Lions Den of Yasharala Camp, Marawan. Salutations to all the archers around the four corners of the earth, pushing through sincerity. Today we have a lesson, Lord willing, is edifying to the hopefully elect out there, and also the men, women, and children that believe in sincerity as well, man. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and jump straight into it.
All right, Con. So the lesson is going to be on the starting of what we see today, as far as Esau's kingdom, from where it started, where it was talking about in Revelations, and leading up to it, and the progression of it, and of its paganism throughout the four corners of the earth. So, does somebody got, Akai, you still got that Daniel 4:17?
This is Daniel chapter 4, verse 17. This matter is by decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the Holy One, to the intent that the living may know.
God, that the living may know. The ones that's walking upon the earth today.
That the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and set it up over it the basis of men.
God, man, so the Lord give it the kingdom to whomsoever he will, even the basis of men, even Esau, Edom, because that's what the Lord created them for to lead them along this straight line, to bring them for the times of the end, to be that ruling class nation on the earth, so it could be a witness against them that they are the basis of men, that the Lord set them up. Get somebody grab Job 9:24 as well. Con.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6, verse 1. Hear therefore, are ye kings, and understand. Learn ye that be judges of the ends of the earth. Give ear, you that rule the people, and glory in the multitude of nations. For power is given you of the Lord, Yahweh, and sovereignty from the highest. Who shall try your works and search out your counsel? So basically, that's why the Lord is setting all these different kings up over the earth to see what they're going to do, show everybody the mindset of these individuals and what they're going to do and how they're going to rule the earth unrighteously. Because they don't have the understanding of Yahweh by Shema Shai. Right, so showing the difference between being ruled by wickedness and when Yahweh Shai comes up the earth, it's going to be ruled by righteousness. And all power and rulership is given by the Most High Yahweh.
John, somebody got that Job 9:24?
This is Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
John. So, yeah, that one too, but it's also the wicked side too. It's not out here, but God. So the Lord, it said that the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. So this is the wicked, and they set up this same exact image around the four corners of the earth, right? And then they have a numerous amounts of people, the majority of our people, in a chokehold, as far as still believing in the image, the lies behind it, and the social economic downfalls that comes behind it as well. All in the name of JC. And they set up these agencies. They set up what they say, the critical race theories too. Like all these different types of systems against the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans.
Literally, Baddies Girls Club, whatever the shit called, 20v1s, all that.
Yeah.
FBI, CIA, psyops that they want to do to overthrow the quote-unquote black community.
Right. Yeah. Because what they'll do, they'll go into the inner communities, and then they'll try to do things like give people that image, and they'll give people certain things like evangelist events that doesn't really help. They give them things like prosperity. They give them sports. They give them sports to look at, entertainment, and what they'll lead to them thinking that that's the only way for them to prosper. But in reality, that's nothing but killing. That's still contributing to the unaliving of our people. Having them to give that sense of escape. God.
This is Psalms 58, Shalaki, 53 and 3. It says they have taken crafty counsel against our people
God.
and consulted against our hidden ones. It said they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. And that's what they're doing to our people. They got our people in this trap hole, all right, thinking that this system is everything. This system is pretty much bred us down. All right, they built this system to bring us down. All right, it's not made for us, man. You know.
God, because it said in the scriptures that it's gonna hit us with a sword of destruction, and that's what it did. It's worse, and it's getting worse, because the young men of our nation today, they have nothing to look for except for wickedness. There's no real role models. Our only role model is the truth and Yahweh Shah that we follow after.
Daniel 7:25, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, like saying Caesar Borgia, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High. That's what I'm just talking about. They wore us out. And it shall think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and the dividing of the time. Basically, said for a long season. All right? So we're going to be in captivity on these people, and they're going to set up, we can't say too much on YouTube, but they set up a system that they call racism, and that system was set up to keep the children of Israel underfoot. It was a system set up against righteousness. They created a wicked system to battle against righteousness. Right? The children of Israel. Then it said they want to keep the tabernacle of David off the earth.
Right. And by doing that, it's keeping Israel in a state of sin. And they know that. So they created a simple system and put Israel up under that system because they know. That's why it says in Jeremiah, it says, oh, we offend not. Meaning that they're going to the most, like the accuser of our brothers going to the Most High and like, listen, we didn't do nothing. They out here sinning.
That's what they do.
That's exactly what they do. So they accuse us day and night of our transgressions against Yahweh by Shemel. Rightfully so, though. So that's why the new covenant had to be brought in to take us away from that. That's the only way we're going to be able to get their foot off our necks.
This is Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. For the proud is an abomination to the Lord, but his secret is with the righteous. So it don't matter what it is, if it's of this carnal realm, it's temporary, corrupt, and polluted. It's an abomination in the eyes of Yahweh Shemel Shai. But his secret is with the righteous. The ways of understanding, wisdom, knowledge, power, love, sound mind, that solid foundation. He only gives that to those that are truly and sincerely serving him. He's not going to give that to those who going out by their light, thy way, according to the darkness of this world. He only giving that to those abiding his life.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, and verse 4. And thou, even thyself, he's talking to Judah right now, shall discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. So it's going to burn for a very long time, but that's what the speaker is talking about. They went into our communities, they're doing so-called evangelistic deeds, okay, bringing in the image that you see right there on the sign, okay, that's really a false image, and it's a false doctrine behind that. But that's causing us to discontinue from our heritage to follow our true Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Hey, come. So, in actual sense, when they quote unquote call themselves giving back to the community, they actually taken away by them actually adding that into the community, man. Why? Because the more they add that into the community, it's pulling us further away from the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai himself, man.
Then you want to talk about not choosing the ways of the oppressor. This got Esau written all over.
The oppressor.
This is Esau. They literally follow behind the oppressor, choosing this over the true image of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai.
We kind of
John, great point, brother.
shell shocked. Scoop don't know what to say.
John.
Well, yeah,
This Psalms 2 and 1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? The king of the earth set themselves and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh, the Lord shall have them in derision. So that's their mindset that the Lord ultimately gave us into their hands for them to be in the state that they're in today, in their kingdom ultimately, as every kingdom needs slaves. All right. So what? They break our bands asunder, man. They trying to cut us off from being a nation, like the brother Lesson is going into.
And those
The Lord
bands
got
that
the
they
last
breaking
laugh.
asunder is what guide us to the Lord, like the laws. Let them cut them. You cut their laws off, like just like with Daniel. They said the only way we can find something against him is to find something against his power. So that's why
the laws represent bands. That's what ties together.
So those laws. So if they break those bands asunder, meaning cause us to go off and transgress, then the Lord gonna be furious with us, and we're gonna get punished behind them.
Yeah, and divide and conquer to break up the nation of Israel. Scatter us, man.
But they didn't think about what was going to happen to them on the latter end for being responsible for us going off like that.
Same thing they did with ancient Babylon.
Zaria?
Come on. This is Ezekiel chapter 13, verse 4. This is going back to how people, Christians go into our community thinking that they're helping. O Israel, thy prophets are like the foxes in the desert. Ye have not gone into the gaps, neither made the hedge for the house of Israel to stand in the battle in the day of the Lord. They think that they're going out and pretty much closing the gaps and bringing people closer to the Lord, but really making the gap wider, especially putting this in people's faces and putting this in people's imagination and in their thoughts when they pray and when they sleep. Right? It's making the gaps wider. All right, and that they're not properly, they're building a wall with untempered mortar. All right, and the true day of battle with of the Lord is not going to stand. It's going to be a foundation built on sand and not the stone of Yahushua.
Right, and you can tear down all the statues you want of that individual, but it's still erected in the minds of our people. So it still stands. The symbolism behind that statue, behind that image, right? There's a mindset behind it. And our people will be stuck in that mindset.
Damage already done.
Because
2 Corinthians 10 and 4, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh to the pulling down of strongholds.
So it's the strongholds of the mind. That's what we go after. That's what our fight is for. It's not the Lord. The Lord made this yoke so easy. Made this walk so easy because we don't have to physically do things. Only thing we have to do is just be built. We have to be rooted in Him, and be able. And He has to give us the Spirit in order to pull down the strongholds of our people's minds to save them from this deep, sunken and dropping place. That had them in the had them unalive spiritually for the longest time.
If I may add on, man, hey, we're that good hireling that the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua sit over to watch his flock, man. So when one of those wolves come in and grab one of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua sheep, we got to go there and have that spiritual warfare, man. We got to debate that cause, you know. We got to stand 10 toes for the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua to bring his sheep back into the fold, man.
Psalm chapter 37, verse 14 and 15. The wicked have drawn out the swords and have bent their bows to cast down the poor and the needy, and to slay such be of upright of conversation. You know, right now the Edomites are excited because all the technology and weapons that they have, they really think they're going to win what they
enemy.
What they have in plan using AI on us. Verse 15, their swords shall enter into their own hearts, and their bows shall be broken. So Yahweh Shai is letting them, think that they have all power and mighty, but at the end they're going to lose.
Man. So no matter what the enemy does, it doesn't matter because the Lord said the weapons formed against us shall not prosper. So whatever and it also says in Job, when they go to fill their belly, it said what they should be ashamed. Or what is it? Gone, man. So no matter what it is, man, from the top to bottom, everything that they have set up and planned and orchestrated from the beginning, since the ending of what they call the slavery, everything they have done has been against and nothing but the slaying and the pushing down of our people.
All right, this is Job chapter 20, starting at verse 15. He hath swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. The Most High Yahweh Bashim Yahushua shall cast them out of his belly. So come on, man. Hey, just like, yeah, he won't be able to enjoy the fruits of his labor once we get to that point, man. Going into deep into his new world order, the transitional systems, man. Hey, Esau is not going to fully indulge into his NWO. Why? Because that's the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Yahushua is going to intervene and give him that holy uppercut right in the stomach, man. Make him vomit everything up, man. Just like during the times of Egypt, how they cast their gold out before us and everything like that. Hey, all Esau stuff going to be spewed out of his belly, man. You know, he's not going to be able to enjoy nothing that he got, that he thinks is going to come to fruition, all right, that he got planned out now, you know.
And the thing about that is, too, they've been plotting this since the beginning.
Yeah.
Since the beginning of the rulership of Esau, of the enemy. Right.
The Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua set boundaries that he can't pass, man. And the way Esau set up shit, they feel like they can go all around the world and out of it too. But not knowing shit, they coming up on their finish line very soon, you know.
Just to add on to that, just going back to the first scripture the brother brought up was Daniel 4:17, how the Lord ultimately set up the basis of men over it. And also the Lord ruled the hearts of the kings on the earth. All right, so that's ultimately what's being played out, you know.
And guess what? Khan, that's a great point, because not only does he control us, but he also set them up, and he told us that he set them up. Yep. Can somebody grab our Revelation 6:4?
The elder go into it all the time. Even the wiki on the left-hand side of Esau, you had Albert Pike clan. Even prophets plotted a 3 wars war, but so did the Lord, man. The Lord ultimately put that in his heart to move in that manner.
Yeah, so Revelation 6:4.
This is Revelation chapter 6, verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon, take place from the earth, and they that should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword.
Man, so it was saying power was given to him to take peace from the earth. And that started with Alexander. Since the time of that, man, all his paganism, all his BS, all of it, man, it started with him. And ever since, and that caused a trickling effect until today. And they're still reaping the benefits and the fruits of their labor since back then.
That can't be stressed enough. They still reaping the benefits of all the torture, the pollution that they put on our people, and our people are still reaping the PTSDs, the goddamn curses that the Lord put on us using them.
This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 3 and verse 48. And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen has sought to paint the likeness of the images. So just going into the iconoclasm, not just the image itself, but just again the book of the law, changing the laws, changing creating that do as thou wilt spirit, making the people believe that they can do whatever they want to do, they can achieve whatever, they can be all they can be.
Can somebody grab the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 1?
This is First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 1. And it happened after that Alexander, son of Philip the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Chittim, had smitten Darius, king of the Persians and Medes, that he reigned in his stead the first over Greece.
Man, and this happened in 330 BC. And that's when we saw the ushering in of Esau's rulership and the vast pushing of paganism. And this is where the shift happened. The shift of them pushing throughout the four corners of the earth, taking different lands and being set up in different places. And that all had to happen so we could live these times now.
You're on point too. That's 336 BC.
Oh, Khan.
Now you're on point. 336 and then 334 to 330.
Khan. The water too. So that was the ushering in of his rulership to what we see today. You can skip to verse 6.
Come on. First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 6. Wherefore he called his servants, such as were honorable, and had been brought up with him from his youth, and parted his kingdom among them while he was yet alive.
And that happened with the Diadochi. He parted his kingdom, and it was split between the four of them. And through that, that's how the paganism grew. It grew like a fungi.
Germs.
Man. So it grew like a fungus in the earth, and it spread. And that's what you see what we have today. And that's what the root cause of our people's paganism come from, through the worshiping of that false image, all the way until today. So let me grab. Can somebody grab the book of actually the book of Psalms 149 verse 8? Let's see what that says. That might be the right scripture. 149. Yeah, can somebody grab the book of Zechariah chapter 5?
You say Psalm 149 and 8?
140. Yeah, 149 and 8. Yeah. You can launch it off.
All right. This is Psalms chapter 149, verse 8. To bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron.
John, you can start up a little bit more. Yeah. That was the point. Yeah.
5. Yeah, 5. All right, this is back at Psalms 149 and 5. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand.
John, keep going.
To execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people.
John, man, so execute judgment upon the heathen. The same ones that spread that same fungus of paganism throughout the earth. Them same ones that still reap the benefit of their forefathers' labors since the times of 336 and 334 BC, like the elder was just talking about. Those same ones, because what they do, they call the lands after their own names. The Americas, Africas, and then all these they're not the real names that the Lord called them in the scriptures.
Hey, Con, it's still going on to this day, man. Most recent, Gulf of America, you know?
Hey, making the Lord is making the enemy reveal who he is. I said.
Verse 7.
John.
To execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written, this honor have all his saints. Praise ye Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Hey, guess what? We're going to give praise to the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. That's because that's who deserves it. Because guess what? He told us the transition from all the way from the beginning to now. He laid it out just like a map, like a straight line, man. He said this is going to happen. And after that's going to happen, this is going to happen. And in the land of this, man, this is going to happen. He said that from top to bottom. Right? That's how we know that the Lord liveth. And that's how we know he keeps his promise. You got a precept? Con. You got a precept? Con. Somebody got that Zechariah chapter 5?
All
right. With that being said,
Salaki. Actually, can somebody grab Habakkuk 2 and verse 8?
This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 8.
The beam shall cry out. I know what it said. The beam shall cry out. And in Habakkuk, yeah, is it 2 and 8? 2 and 9? The beam shall cry out?
Yeah.
12, verse 12. Salaki, y'all can. Yeah, it said the verse 11. Verse 11.
Yeah, 2 and 11. 2 and 11. All right, this is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 11. For the stone shall come out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it.
Come on, man. So all this is what for a witness against them that they are the ones that the Lord spoke about in the scriptures. That red horse that was given to take power from the earth, to take peace from the earth. Salakia, Khan. I caught myself last second. Khan. So this is all set up for a witness against them. So the Lord said what? The Lord also gave us the power to overcome the wiles of the devil as well. Since the time of the beginning. Because the Lord has always been with us. Can somebody grab
Hey, but in theory, you're kind of right. Because power was given to them to take the peace off the earth, and we were the peacekeepers on the earth. Power was taken away from us and given to them. You know? So when you take away, when you appear to take away righteousness off the earth, because they haven't taken righteousness off the earth, it's still here. But you know, we were left powerless, and power was given unto them to keep us in subjection. And so Yahweh Shai showed up and made the ultimate sacrifice.
Yeah, and it says they enlarged their desires as hell. Yeah. Anywhere they like over in the Middle East, those Arab nations, they were at peace. A lot of them were at peace with each other. During the time of World War II. And then when America and Russia started going over into the Middle East, China started separating them groups. Well, chaos. Now it's order out of chaos. That's when you get order out of chaos.
Hey, Khan, divide and conquer.
Yeah.
Hey, shit, like North Korea, South Korea. Perfect example, shit. Sitting right on top of each other. But, hey, America got dealings with South Korea. So guess what? They're tainted by American ways, man. You know, so therefore, North and South Korea don't get along. So that's why Kim Jong-un does what he does with, say it for, you know, North, South Korea, and America.
Can somebody grab second Ezra 6 and 6 too? I kind of want the second Ezra 6 and 6 before we get Proverbs 6 and 4. Come on, man.
Chapter 6 and verse 6, and it says, "Then did I consider these things, and they all were made through me alone, and through none other. By me also they shall be ended, and by none other."
Con. So by none other are they gonna be ended. So the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, said that he the one that he started it, he's gonna finish it. He the one that brought them along this straight line. So it could be a witness against them that same exact history that they always was the victors on. At last they're gonna be the losers. Done. So, all right, and then. Nah. Is it more than 7? Nah.
All right, this is Job 20 and 5. It says that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. So they time period, their time of having rulership or power is only for a small short time, man. And the scripture says what, a day to us or 1,000 years to us is a day to the Lord, man. So Esau only been ruling for a short moment of time, man. And the end of their rulership is coming to a quick fast, man. It's coming quick and fast. And we're witnessing that end of his rulership coming into fruition right now, man. That's why the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai told us to measure the times diligently within itself. That way we see the time frame that we're in, you know. So right now we're in the time frame of the Lord Yahweh Shai beginning to visit the world which he made. That's why we're witnessing earthquakes in diverse places, uproars of the people, you know. Not necessarily no rumors of wars, except for the rumors of escalations of World War III getting higher and higher, Armageddon getting closer and closer, man. You know, so hey, we're in those times right now.
Time, man. Because what's a couple thousand years or 1,000 years compared to eternity?
Right.
Because once eternity is here, what 1,000 years while we was in our captivity is gonna seem like nothing. And that's the mindset. Because it said that the triumphing of the wicked is short. So the Lord said, man, look, put in the comparison to that. So we got a higher calling. We come back. And we're gonna come back to something greater, but guess what? They're gonna come back to nothing but slavery.
Hey, Con, and that's gonna seem like forever for y'all, man. You know, hey, it's just like that movie In Time, you know, with Justin Timberlake. You know, the rich, they didn't care about the time. Why? Because they had plenty of it. So they didn't care about what went on or whatever the case may be. And that time was their actual lifespan, man. So with that being said, hey, topsy-turvy about us being on top during these times, man, we're not gonna be worried about the time. But guess what? When that damn clock hit 1,000 years, your ass up out of here, Esau. You know?
What's up?
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 4, verse 37. It says, by measure hath he measured the time, and by number hath he numbered the time. He doth not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled. So the Lord has set up everything to happen in this time, like the brother was saying. Everything was set up in a linear fashion, meaning it is going to happen when the Lord says it's going to happen, and it's going to happen at that exact time, the way the Lord set it up to happen. This is Isaiah 55.
I mean, a chronological domino effect. And so the Lord Yahweh Bashim from outside, the order that he wanted in, and he's flicking those dominoes, and they'll fall consecutively when they need to fall and when they need not to fall.
God, this is Isaiah 55 and 11. It says, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth, and it shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. So the Lord's words that he has spoken of a certain demographic of people falling and leaving their power and their kingdom, well, the Lord said that was going to happen. Earthquakes in diverse places, kingdom against kingdom, nation against nation, sedition among the people. The Lord said that was going to happen, and guess what? And it is happening because the Lord's words, once he speaks, it's going to accomplish that which he speaks, and it's going to achieve in the thing whereto he sent it.
Hey, Con, you can look at it like this. As soon as this come out of his mouth, it's already going towards the destination, to the target that it needs to get to, man. It's just about the speed of the timing that he needs it to happen, man.
God. And at the time that he set it up, it's going to happen. He's not going to disturb it or move it until that said measure be fulfilled.
Done.
I want to get this out of the book of Job. It talks about this is the time that they're living in right now, the prideful one, okay? The Edomian, okay? I don't want this is the time that he's living in right now. It says the book of Job, chapter 21, and verse 7, it says, wherefore do the wicked live, become old, yea, are mighty in power. Their seed is established in their sight with them, and their offspring before their eyes. See, they get to see their offspring grow up. They get to see their children become great, you know, attain their the wealth that they have, they pass it down. The fat of the earth. Verse 9, it says, their houses are safe from fear, neither is the rod of Yahweh upon them. Okay, so they don't feel like the rod of Yahweh is upon them because what? They don't live with the same fear that we live with every day. Okay, having a target on our back. All right, the so-called Negro, Latinos, Native Americans. We gotta watch for the centurions riding down the streets. Okay, in their chariots. We gotta watch for the icy goons that are out and about every single day. All right, knocking down the doors in South Florida.
Our own people.
All right, our own people. Right. Verse 10, it says, their bull gendereth and faileth not. In other words, their livestock continues on, all right? Even their wealth flourishes. Their cow calveth, all right? The mother cow, the female cows, they can bear calves. And calves is not their calves. That verse 11, they send forth their little ones like a flock, and their children dance.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Their children get to live the good life, all right? While we're barely living paycheck to paycheck, all right? A lot of our people living in squalor, all right? This is the condition that they're in. This is how they became prideful. This is how they got the pride that they have right now, because they had the fatness of the earth, all right? But that was given to them as a promise, all right? But what was given to us? The promise of salvation, all right? They don't have that. So they're living out their true best life right now.
This is their heaven.
Yeah, this is their heaven, all right? But this is it. And it's about to come they're going to their final destination. All right, and it's going to end. It's going to end in a lot of calamity for them. All right, I want to get this 2nd Ezra, Salakia, chapter 6,
It says, verse 8, and he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were first born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, right? Like the Edomian. Right, verse 9. For the Edomian is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Like it. All right. So this is about to come to an end. We're in that time right now. We can see the shame being exposed on these devils. Okay. So all this that was talked about in Job is about to be flip flop.
And we're witnessing that passing through right now with the falling of this kingdom. So we're living the times of the white horse with a look. What? No. It's the time that we live at the time of our salvation, of our Lord coming back. But that's what we're living through, and that's what we're seeing before our own eyes. God.
This is the rock. Chapter 41, verse 6. The inheritance of sinners' children shall perish, and their posterity shall have a perpetual reproach. So the inheritance of sinners, those who live contrary to Yahweh Shai, their children are going to perish. So all the things that this deceiver, this bloody man, the border of wickedness has done, well, their children are going to suffer because you come back. So it's like they're going to suffer their punishment. This devil is going to suffer his punishment for the things that he's done on this earth. His posterity is going to perish, and he's going to have a perpetual reproach, meaning he's going to have a bad name. It's going to get to a point to where people look at this deceiver, they're going to look at him and they're going to look down on this devil. Right now, they're looking up at this devil because he has power, but that is fading and waning very, very fast.
Quick precept. This is Revelation chapter 7. Revelation chapter 7, verse 1. And after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor the sea, nor on any tree. So people are saying like there's so much chaos going on in the world right now, but it hasn't really touched the shores of America. It hasn't really got to its highest point. It's not really at its climax yet, and that's because the angels are holding it back. All right, the angels of the Lord are coordinating with the Lord on when to release the winds and winds of destruction. All right, so everybody's like, oh, something big is coming. You know, they just don't know what. They just don't know when. Well, what's coming is a paradigm shift. The falling of this kingdom of America and the building of the kingdom of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, the nation of Israel being brought back. All right, but ultimately everything is being held off until the elect men of Israel are awakened to who they are. And Esau and our enemy, the enemy of Israel, is brought down low.
God. And the enemies of Israel is going to be brought low too.
This Psalm 73 in verse 1. Truly, Yahweh is good to Israel, even to such as are of a clean heart. But as for me, my feet were almost gone. My steps had well nigh slipped. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Just going into Brother Yaakov, lining that up with his scripture. All right, on how that's the enticing that's hovering over our people spiritually. All right, so when they look at the heathen, all right, when they look at the enemies of Israel, 2/3 of our people living like the heathen, and they want to join with them, all right, instead of taking their affliction cheerful, all right, taking the spoon of their goods cheerfully, knowing that we got a better promise on the end when this society is put the ground zero destruction. about to be destroyed. Happy he thee that rewards thee as thou hast served us. Everything you're doing to our people and what you're about to do is going to turn and done to me 10 times more. In the book of Psalms, chapter 146, in verse 5, it says, happy is he that hath the power of Jacob for his help. Hope is the Lord, his power, which made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that is therein, which keepeth truth forever, which executed judgment for the oppressed, which giveth food to the hungry. The Lord looseth the prisoner. So, basically, happy is the man that has Yahweh Hashem Yahshua for his help. You see what I'm saying? Because he's the one who's going to free our people out of the hands of this devil, basically. He's going to loose us from the prison.
Somebody got the book of Isaiah, chapter 14.
14.
Yeah, in verse 4.
It's Isaiah 14:4. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased, the golden city ceased?
So this is what is going to be said, and that's what is this is the building up of what these nations are going to say. Keep going.
Verse 5, Isaiah 14. The Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua have broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers.
So that's what he's going to do. When it's speaking about that white horse, right? He's going to break the staff of the wicked. It says it's another scripture where he says he has from hill to hill. So that's our Lord Yahweh Shah. He's coming, man. He's coming to take all the crowns of these devils. Oh, you said first one? All right.
This is Jeremiah 50 and verse 23. Just to back up the point that the brother Arakar brought out. How was the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How was Babylon become a desolation among the nations? So how was the hammer of the whole earth broken? This devil was the hammer of the whole earth. He was beating down and smashing down everything. So now, how was his power and his rulership broken and cut asunder? How was his great city, his destroying mountain ceased? Through the power and spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. That's how.
Right. And that hammer is referring to America, just like that scepter is referring to America. And who's swinging it? Europe is swinging it. They're the ones doing the grip. Oh, they're signing him down anymore. But they're the ones that that have America propped up as being the muscle and the power behind. Got America and NATO set up. Babylon. We're gonna say that. And so with that, with them being set up, so once you break that hammer, they ain't got no more weapon to swing with. That's why it says all the way down to the sides of the pit, meaning it's gonna happen in Babylon, all the way to the bottom of the pit and we open it across the pit. Alright, so everything from when they started from when they came out, and when we talked about 1,000 years ago, they were coming out, the Ottoman Turks were coming out of the cave trying to take over. Right, and now this is what we have right now. So what did they? Revelation 13 goes into how Babylon was set up, and the mother that birthed Babylon gave power to NATO, gave power to the beast and the whore to do their bidding and damage and rule the nation with a rod of iron. But Yahweh Shai is going to show up. Yeah, we can't even talk right. Yahweh Shai is going to show up and flip the table, just like how he flipped them when he seen the money being changed in the church, right? He'll come flip the script, and by him doing that, by him taking them at the feet, he's going to destroy everything, every kingdom that ever exists is going to be destroyed as soon as he shows up.
And brought down to the side of the pit. That means it's going to be different from here to Europe, but also they're going to be brought into the pit. Slavery. They're going to be brought out of that rulership and taken into bondage.
Yeah. Come on, this is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 9. Hell from beneath is moved from thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee. Even all the chief ones of the earth, it have raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations.
Come on, man. So it says, hell is moved to meet thee at thy coming. Man, the enemy had one hell of a run.
Right.
One hell of a run. Ever since the ushering in of his paganism, that fungus in the earth have grew so much that the Lord has set this time to be the time where he's gonna be cut out the earth. He's gonna be inflamed out the earth, purified out the earth.
This kingdom that he spent centuries of building is just gonna be an episode in the story.
Con. It's kind of like, yeah, Con, and it speaks about that. It's just gonna be like a bad, terrible dream, a nightmare. That's the hope. That's the faith. That's the patience that we have.
Like when you watch the movie, and it's like at the end it was like, oh, the whole movie was just a dream. You be like, oh, god dang, all of this is just a dream. This matrix that we're in is just a wicked man's dream. That's gonna be done away with.
Because it's not real.
Verse 10, Isaiah 14. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us?
Con. So that these other nations, these third world nations, these poverty nations, they're gonna say, man, are you come as weak as we? The same rich nation that had the whole entire world in a chokehold for time after time through might, through religion, through demonocracy. Is this the same nation? That's what they're gonna say.
Hey, come on, man. And that's almost like speaking in the past tense. You know why? Because these nations are in the book of Joel. It says, let the weak say I am strong, man. So the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has given them that knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to be able to create and build up their military arsenals, to build up their societies, man, to build up their infrastructures and whatnot within their country. But Babylon, on the other hand, they have not done that. So that's why these other nations you have become weak as we, as we used to be. Not now. Why? Because the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai lifting up these other nations, man. So they're going to be looking down upon Babylon during these times, man. So you the third world country now, huh? You down and bad. So you need help.
Keep going. Verse 11.
Verse 11, Isaiah 14. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee.
One more.
How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations?
Man. So you got something to say? So how hard they cut down to the ground the ones that weaken the nations? Their pride has deceived them. Their pride is going to be brought down to the ground. It's going to be 6 feet deep. They're going to have negative pride in that day. Because how can they? How can they? You know what I'm saying?
Negative pride.
Because what you'll see today, they'll have so much of it because they've been the victor. The Lord had made them the victors for so long, which they rewrite history, hide the real history, and then have it to where our people follow out the same history that they wrote and they teach throughout the nation. But deep down inside, they know all of it is a lie. And that's what the fight is against. It's against that lie. They took peace from the earth. Peace goes into having the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, having His Spirit. His Spirit is truth. That's what comfort is. That's the comfort. How can we have that comfort if the devil's he's hiding the truth? That's why the Lord set us up here, man. He set us up to tell that truth and project it to the world. That the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the Israelites of the scriptures. That the Father true name is Yahweh and His Son name is Yahushua. So,
Book of Psalms 137, verse 7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. All right, that's the prayer that we're sending up. Remember our enemies, okay, who have tried to destroy our people, even from the time of Egypt, okay, all the way up until now. All right, it says, O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed. These people are to be destroyed. That's why they were made. Okay, that's why this place was, was even conceived. Okay, to be a whipping stick to our people on one hand, but then to be destroyed to show the Most High Yahweh's glory. Okay, it says, "Happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones." Okay, so that's the prayer that we're sending up. That's our hope. Okay, the same thing that they did to us, we're trying to do unto them double.
Righteous.
Con. Thus said the Lord Yahweh.
So we're gonna do it the right way that the Lord said to do it, but they always did it unjustly, unrighteously, wickedly, and that shows the separation.
Elijah called fire from heaven using the power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Esau, our enemy, called fire from heaven using witchcraft, sorcery.
This is Proverbs chapter 14, verse 32. It says the wicked is driven away in his wickedness, but the righteous have hope in his unalivened. All right, the righteous have hope in the enemy's unalivened, man. That's what we hoping for. We hoping for righteousness upon this place, man. Because it's not, but it's full of weakness, it's full of abominations, it's full of confusion here in this place, man. So we looking for that ruling kingdom to come down, all right? Do our Lord Yahweh Shai, man, all right?
Because through him we have life. Through him we overcome. Through him we see the truth. And through him we're going to see the overthrowing of our enemies. All of them. Somebody...
Hey, you can bring that out again, Babakasha?
Come on, I got you. All right, this is Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 32. It says the wicked is driven away in his wickedness, but the righteous have hope in his unalivened.
That's talking about the righteous having hope in their own. Hope of salvation, hope of eternal life.
Water.
Hey, come on.
But the wicked, they're driven away in their wickedness. For us, we have hope. We have a chance of salvation. That goes along with what? Wisdom of Solomon. The righteous are in the hands of the Most High.
Isaiah 14 and 19.
Isaiah 14.
Somebody got a precept?
Yeah.
Oh, come. Yeah, you got it.
This is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 19. But thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch, and as the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with the sword, that go down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden under feet. Thou shalt not be joined with human burial.
Yeah, it's right, because these other nations, they're going to get some form of living. But Esau, they're going to be cast out. You know what I mean? They ain't going to have no land. They're going to be taken to the pit. But the other nations, they're going to get some form of living after 1,000 years.
That Leonidas 300.
Yeah.
All right, this is 2nd Esdras, chapter 6, verse 25. Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation and the end of your world. And the men that are received shall see it. Right? So I'm just going into that back up what the elder was just saying, right? It's about the men that, receive the promise. They're gonna be the ones to be able to see the destruction of this place, right? To see salvation, but so
Not everybody.
right, not everybody, right? But the ones who are received, right? Back at 26, and the men that are received shall see it, who have not tasted death from the birth. And the heart of the habitation shall be changed and turned into another meaning. Meaning we get rid of that stony heart. Yep, we get rid of that stony heart, become immortals, be changed in the twinkle of an eye. Be part of that. Lord willing, part of that number, be part of that 144. Hope for elect to be part of that government body for Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai.
Psalm 101, verse 7 and 8. He that works the sea shall not dwell in my house. He that tells lies shall not tarry in my sight. You know, you wicked Edomites have been living deliciously. But that's all coming to an end, okay? And 2/3 of our people that are participating with them, you know, you're going to be punished also. Verse 8, I will utterly destroy all the wicked of the land, that I may cut off all wicked doers from the city of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. A lot of people that are working in these positions of authority, right? You officers, let me just put it that way, of our people and participating, helping the wicked, that's going to go against you. So repent.
Good point. And that kind of leads into the Revelations, not Revelations, Isaiah 14:21.
Bring it up. This is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
Time, man. So they don't fill the face of the world with cities any longer. Because that's all they have been doing since the time of Alexander. And then the split of his rulership at that time. They've been nothing but calling everything after their own names. And hoping they can leave it to their children and their children's children and their children's children, which they still see benefit until this day. They still have that power to take peace on the earth from that monetary value. And war. That's what the power and lies.
Yeah, they got the sword.
Time. Next verse.
Verse 22, Isaiah 14. For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant and son and nephew, saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai.
And he's gonna, that speaks about a destruction of a nation and the bringing down of a nation. And he's gonna bring down the sword, the monetary, the same thing that they used to rule the earth for so long. That's what he's gonna take that and he's gonna break it in half. So where it's gonna be of no value, it's gonna be of no effect to the children of Israel any longer. It's not gonna have an effect on us.
And shit, hey, he gonna hit you with your strongest at Esau.
Exactly. Did somebody grab the book of Proverbs 16:4?
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 4. The Lord hath made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil.
So the Lord has made the wicked for the day of evil. The Lord has set up the wicked to be the ruling class nation in this time for the day of evil. So the Lord has a plan behind everything. It's just the same as chess. The same thing, man. Every move it leads you to a greater move.
Romans 9:17. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I may show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth.
Man. So it's for to give him the glory, give him the praise, to uplift his name. That's the reason why he do it.
That's why he gave the whole earth to Esau.
Hey, come on. Hey, shit. Who's in charge? Sarcastically, I am, Esau. So with that being said, the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai building you up, letting you win the battles and everything to boost up your ego, man. To boost up your heart, the heart in your heart, all right? So when he come in, he challenge you in your dojo, shit, all your followers go know to bow the fuck down, man.
Hey, just like it'd be like karate masters who teach like some like stupid form of karate, and all the disciples pretty much are buying into the stupidity. But then when there were actual martial arts practitioners come in there and punch him in the face, he's like, oh, crap. Same thing. Esau's just been lying and living in a false reality that he created for himself and for others to get drunk in. Right.
Can somebody grab Isaiah 63:1? So we're gonna go into the transition of the bringing down.
Isaiah 63:1. Who is this that cometh from Edom, with dyed garments from Basra? This that glorious his apparel, like his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength.
God, man. So who is that with dyed garments from Basra? It's gonna be Yahushua in that day.
Yeah, and that actually really happened.
God.
Yeah, and also coming from the story we saw.
God.
But that happened when the Lord delivered us out of Egypt.
God.
Right. He came to Mount Sinai. He passed over Edom first. Shook it up. Right. So now today it represents him coming from Edom destroying.
God.
So this time he's gonna pass over and destroy that.
Damn.
When he came over to Mount Sinai last time,
Yeah.
he passed over Edom first.
I'll be back.
And shook it. Yeah. Get the hell out of it.
I was gonna say that was kind of spiritual because
Yeah.
you know they didn't want us to pass through their land
Yeah.
back then.
Yeah.
And Yahushua, he got clearance.
Fucking land,
You know what I'm saying? Pass by, let you see him. You know what I'm saying?
That's like Snoop going by stepping on New York.
Did somebody grab the book of Revelation, chapter 14, and verse
Revelation?
18?
Chapter 14, in verse 18,
And another angel came out
18.
from the altar, which had power over fire, and cried with a loud cry to let him that had the sharp sickle, saying, thrust in thy sickle, and gather the clusters of the vine of the earth, for her grapes are fully ripe.
So man, the Lord, this is what the Lord is gonna do. The Lord is gonna give that. He's gonna say, thrust in thy sickle and reap them.
Yeah, he was talking to your house.
God, that coming back with what it speaks about in Revelation 6:2, that white horse. He's gonna come back, man, and the grapes are gonna be fully ripe, so they're gonna be fully grown in their wickedness in that day. So whenever the Lord comes back, we keep going.
Yeah, and a sickle is a cutting instrument. It detaches the head of the.
You keep going on Revelation 14.
So a sickle represents separation.
Revelation 18 and 19,
14.
come on, 14, 19,
Verse 9. Revelation 14 and 9.
this is Revelation chapter 14 and verse 9.
It should be at 19.
Oh yeah, you're right. My bad. I'm looking at it wrong. My pages, it don't got a. God.
Back at 19.
Salakia.
Chapter 14 and verse 19, and the angel thrust his sickle into the earth, and grabbed the vine of the earth, and cast it into the great winepress of the wrath of Yahweh.
Keep going.
And the winepress was trodden without the city, and blood came out the winepress, even unto the horse, right? Birdless,
Bridle.
horse's bridle, water, by the space of the 1,600 furlongs.
God, man, and that's speaking of a very, very graphic day. So in that day, the Lord, this is what the Lord is going to do. The Lord is going to sharpen his sickle, and it's going to be a great victory from the Lord Yahushua. There's going to be so many slain. God.
Isaiah 66 and 16. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many.
So there's going to be many slain of the Lord. And this is what it's referring to in Revelation 6 and verse 3. Speaking of that white horse coming back, and he's gonna come back and take all the crowns of the earth, man. He's taking all of it. He wanted it all. Because that's what it was getting. It's his.
and that was going into like the slain of the Lord. That's why it says, and it shall reach up to the horse's bridle. That's how much That's how much is going to be shedded. The horse's bridle up to where the mouthpiece is.
It's like, I remember the elder goes into this all the time. It's like, a horse's bridle is like where you sit, what you put on top of the horse to sit on. And if you get like a football field and fill it with BLOOD, all the way up to the horse's bridle, that's how much is going to be, you know, spilled.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot, man.
A football field is huge, and then up to a horse's bridle.
Yeah, and you gotta think about the planks that human has in them.
Right.
How many?
I don't know. You can look it up. Each individual, that's a lot of body. It take a lot of body to fill up a football field. Second Ezra 13 and 36. And Zion shall come and shall be showed to all men. That's the elect. That's New Jerusalem. Being prepared and building. Like as thou sawest a hill graven with thy hands, so the elect gonna be in those chariots. And this my son shall rebuke the wicked inventions of those nations. So he's showing up to rebuke the wicked inventions of all the nations on the earth, which for their wicked life are fallen into the tempest. So again, he said he's gonna have many crowns upon his head. You know?
He's gonna take it from all the nations, and that's gonna be the victory.
Yep. So when we see them building these drones and satellites, it's also they can try to fight against Yahweh and the angel when he shows up.
Space Force and all that shit.
Yep.
Amos chapter 9 verse 8.
We keep going a little bit there, baby.
Behold, the eyes of Yahweh are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, said Yahweh. So he's coming for you, Edomite. All the wickedness that you've been doing throughout all these years, he's recording everything and he's watching everything. It's only a matter of time.
John. And you said the brother had looked it up. You had looked up the punch, right?
8 to 12.
You said 8 to 12?
It was 8 to 12 pints that the human body has of blood. Then you got to see how many pints is in the quart, and the quart is in the gallon. It's going to be gallons upon gallons of that.
Yeah, 4 pints equal 1 gallon, so yeah.
Yeah, and it ain't gonna all be in one place either. They're just saying he got a number in his head.
John.
That he requiring. He got a number of people that he want to start.
Complete.
And can somebody, anybody get any precept?
The book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. So, you know, they have basically been drunken and made themselves naked, basically with all the backdoor dealings and things that they've been doing across the four corners of the earth. And in doing so, basically hurt the Lord's people and put the Lord's people in a lower state. So the judgment is going to come. And it says, the cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. So, you know, the time going to come where, you know, Esau is going to pay for everything that he basically wrought around the four corners of the earth. But right now, we seeing his fall. We seeing his fall right now, but the day going to come so we actually, you know, see him in his lower state. Yeah.
Precepts.
Precept?
I got precept. This is Psalms chapter 50, 60, 70, 80. This is Psalms chapter 83, verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. And this right here, that counsel the counsel that the wicked took up against the nation of Israel is why our people are in a one of the reasons why our people are in a sad state, but ultimately it's going to be the reason why these heathens or why our enemies are going to be taken down, because they've taken the crafty counsel against us, wanting to cut us off from being named Israel out of remembrance. So much that now the 12 tribes that make up that one nation, they call themselves so many different things, and we aren't joining themselves not only to one another but to the Lord ultimately.
Precept.
Obadiah chapter 1, verse 2 and 3. Behold, 3 and 4. The pride of thy heart has deceived thee, thou that dwells in the cliff of the rocks, whose habitation is high, and says in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? You know, right now you all Edomites are living in high, tall buildings, you know, pimping everything out. But that's going to come down soon. Verse 4, thou that exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, then will I bring thee down, said Yahweh Shai. So again, it's only a matter of time with all this luxury that you're living, all this power that you have, it's going to be taken away. I believe it says in scripture in 1 hour. Okay? So enjoy what you can.
Hey, no. Hey, go ahead. All right, this is Psalm 37 and 28. It says, for Yahweh loveth judgment, and forsaketh not his saints. They are preserved forever, but the seed of the wicked shall be cut off. You know, and I'll just bring that out just to go on, to relay back onto the point how the crafty council is a confederacy against the children of Israel, which is the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man. All right. So by having that crafty council against us, man, it's going to be turned onto them in the end times, man. And what the scripture says, the Lord said He preserved His saints. All right. So hey, have trust in Yahweh Shai, man. Have faith in your powers, because you will be taken care of. You will be satisfied at the time of the drought, man.
It's the book of Joel, chapter 2 and verse 25. And I will restore to you the years that the locusts have eaten, the cankerworm and the caterpillar and the palmer worm. Just talking about the regimes that we went through as far as captivity. The Syrian Empire, the Babylonian Empire, to where the brothers going into, to where Esau comes in, Alexander, the Greeks, the Romans, to where we here today in the revamped Roman infrastructure, right? But the Lord says He will restore those years unto us, unto His people. And the palmer worm, my great army, which I sent among you, because it's ultimately Him who set them amongst us, all right, amongst His people, for the chastisement of His nation. And ye shall eat in plenty and be satisfied and praise the name of the Lord your power. That's why the name important, Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai, that have dealt wondrously with you, and my people shall never be ashamed. And it's not going to be no reason to ever shame or have shame to not exalt those names of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right, surname yourself Israel, ultimately put on as Israel. Show yourself as the elect, all right? But 2/3 of our people ain't gonna do that in this time. But after destruction, they're gonna relish in that. They're gonna relish in righteousness.
This is Psalms chapter 10, verse 3. It says, for the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesses the covetous, whom the Lord abhorreth. So the wicked boasts in his heart desire. And what is one of the wicked's heart desire? To eliminate Yasharallah off of the earth. So much so that he aligned himself with other nations, other heathen nations, to do that. Psalm 33, what the brother Zariah brought out. This devil is aligned himself with other nations to try to come against the Lord's people. And also this devil blesses whom the Lord abhorreth. And the Lord, He abhors these other heathen nations. Don't like them too much. But He gonna show them some favor in the times to come. But they're gonna get broke like dishes before that favor comes. But this devil, in his pride, he boasts of his heart's desire. And one of his desires is to be rid of Yasharallah. And that's just never ever gonna happen.
Great point. Precept this way.
3, verse 5, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that I will raise unto David a righteous branch, and a king shall reign and prosper, and shall execute judgment and justice in the earth. In his days Judah shall be saved, and Israel shall dwell safely, and this is his name, whereby he shall be called Yahweh our righteousness. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that they shall no more say, the Lord Yahweh liveth,
which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, but Yahweh liveth, which brought up and which led the seed of the house of Israel out of the north country, and from all countries whither I had driven them, and they shall dwell in their own land.
Basically, that's salvation. They said no longer that land of the north is talking about America and us being scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. That goes literally into Isaiah chapter 11, of the root of Jesse. That same branch that it was talking about right there.
Isaiah 14:13, for thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars of Yahweh.
Typical, they were doing that in the congregation of the north, and they were doing that with their satellites and stuff like that they were placed out there in the space.
Well, they was exalting themselves over the Israelites. Right? Oh, actually, yeah, you're right. Right out in the heavens. And I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation. That's Israelite.
That's Israelite. That goes into 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. Exalt yourself over everything that's called God or is of God.
Right. So yep. And I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. The place where we're going to be delivered from.
We're almost out of here. Almost out of here.
Land of the north. The land of the north. This place is synonymous with the land of the north, and all literature that you read, all throughout our our modern recent history. What's been synonymous with the North Country? It's been the Americas, right? North America, or in other times, it's been known as the country formerly known as the USSR. That's the other North Country, but that's another topic. They're coming to destroy this wicked ass Babylon.
Right. Any more percent?
They're the northern north.
The northern.
We call it Turtle Island.
Hey, calm, man. Hey, so just like the other lesson, the whole point of the lesson, hey, Esau got these systems set up for us to fail, man. But at the end of the day, the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah provided a way to get through the system that they had down for our downfall, man, set up for our demise. All right. So this is Baruch chapter 2, verse 30. It says, for I knew that they would not hear me because it is stiff-necked people, all right, blinded by the God of this world, Esau, following after their ways, as one of the brothers brought out earlier. Envy not the oppressor, neither choose none of his ways, man. It says, but in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves, and shall know that I am the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, their God, for I give them an heart and ears to hear. Or heart and ears to hear what? Him, as he speaks through it to us, man. You know, we out here in this wilderness, all right? We out here lost, whatnot. As the brother brought out earlier, Jeremiah 17:4, you shall discontinue from your inheritance, man. So in order for us to get back to our heritage, guess what? We have to listen to that voice of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah calling through us through this wilderness, man. That's right. You know? So with that being said, by listening to his voice, your sheep shall hear his voice. All right, and guess what? We're gonna follow to our shepherd, man.
Any more precepts? Well, that concludes the lesson. I hope this was edifying to those that was listening out there. To the Akim and Aquafim that's still pushing in the truth and sincerity. We're going to close it out, giving all praises and glory to the Father and the Son in their proper true names. Call, Alayim, La, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Ha, Rakah, Kodash, Ma. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS, and honors to the elder of the Lion Stand Kappa Han 1. And shalom to the brothers and sisters that's still pushing in truth and sincerity. And shalom.
Shalom. GTA, keep pushing.
Shalom.
Shalom.